G'day, Michael here. I've just recently begun a job that involves some recycled timber, some interesting joints, and well, I thought I'd make this little video just to show what it's all about. I've sourced the timber, it's second-hand timber, I guess. Here you can see the timber. It's recycled timber I bought from Canberra, but I think it will make very good structural timber, and it certainly is very attractive. I kind of hope it gets finished in clear, but I suspect it's going to get painted. It's come out of like floor joists and maybe a factory or telegraph poles or something like that. I don't know exactly the source of the timber, finally was, or in the beginning was, depending how you look at it. But what I'm up to right now is I'm going through the design stage. I'm about 2/3 through the design stage. The problem I had was the project that I'm working on is a rotunda for the local showground. Now, it's got a lot of fancy joints, notches and bits and pieces, and angles that have to come together. And of course, I'd like to do a very nice job of it rather than, a handyman job. And I was caught between two ideas, whether I should set out the project using old-fashioned techniques, which is a full-size set-out, but being the size of a small roof, doing a full-size set-out is a bit prohibitive with the size of the drawing board is pretty large. So I've decided to go via a computer design system, computer-aided design, or CAD for short. Okay, so here you can see the overall view of what I've got so far. It's fairly simple in the way of roof set-outs, except that this will be done with more traditional joints because I intend to keep pretty much the the style of what the original work was. If I zoom in a bit there, we can see the joint detail. I might just show that in a slightly different format. There we go. Don't know how well that shows up, I'm hoping it does. You see there's notches cut out in this area here, one part over the other. That red indicates that the part that's removed. Looking at it from above, where are we? Should be here somewhere. Very simple, geometric, repetitive layout. Quite like I said, it's a simple frame. The only thing that's tricky is all the angles and bits and pieces, and to get those to all work together nicely. And I'll just grab the photos that I've taken of the original on the screen. Okay, you can see there's quite a lot of detail. There's components missing on the one that's standing, and we're going to restore that to its original condition, better, hopefully. That's a bit more of an overview of it. It's got a fancy little spire or finial set up in the centre of the roof, and some interesting joint details. You can see more of the detail along here and here. It has like a frieze of like a small balustrade, I guess. You can see a portion of the frieze that I've got to reinstate. Okay, but as you can see with this existing one, rot's gotten to it. I don't know how old the original is, but I guess it's well over 50 years, heading more towards 100, I'd imagine. Yeah, so that's basically the photos I have to work with. My intention is to keep, reasonably faithful to the original, but of course make a nice job using modern equipment and so forth, but to replicate what was there. So far I've only designed the roof detail. Later on I'll be designing the frieze, but I thought that might be interesting too. Thank you.